Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Wednesday, September 5th. Have a lot of news to cover with you guys. Some of you may have heard about some of the FUD coming from Goldman Sachs, and as a result, we're seeing the market in a downward trend. Everything is pretty much down across the board. And we've talked about this many times, right? There's FUD, negative news that can drive the market down. Likewise, there's positive news can help drive it up. That's just how it is right now with the infancy stage of the market. That's where we are, and that's what we have to live with. We've seen it time and time again. So don't let this shake your confidence, because markets move in cycles. And like I said, next week there could be some positive news that drives things back up. So the FUD I'm talking about is a article on Business Insider came out. Now, this is not an official statement from Goldman Sachs, so we don't know how legit this is, because it's not Goldman Sachs CEO or a representative coming out and saying, hey, we are doing this or doing that. It says some insiders. This could be big time FUD to manipulate the market. I'm just putting it out there. Or it could be true. I'm just saying it's right now, because there's no clarity or it's not an official statement from Goldman Sachs. We have to look at both aspects. So this article here on CNBC saying Bitcoin falls after Goldman reportedly drops crypto trading plans. Goldman Sachs is dropping its plan to open a crypto trading desk, Business Insider says, citing people familiar with the matter. Who are those people? We don't know. Bitcoin fell roughly 5% and so forth and so forth. Now, let me jump ahead here. Goldman would not confirm the report to CNBC and repeated its only public comment on the matter. And I quote, in response to client interest in various digital products. Now, notice it said client interest. Their clients are asking about it. We are exploring how to best serve them in this space. At this point, we have not reached a conclusion on the scope for our digital asset offering, Goldman Sachs said in a statement. So, once again, we don't have an official statement from Goldman saying, that's it, we're ending our crypto trading initiative, right? Building out a crypto trading desk. They said they are still exploring it, and notice what they said. Our clients are asking for it. And I think, I don't think they are scrapping this project. They maybe from their end, they're probably slowing down, because we saw public news confirmation of the people they hired, top traders in the market, to build out this service. And we know they've been talking about it for a while. We know their competitor Morgan Stanley has been on record saying they're working on this. So I just want you guys to look at this from a business standpoint, read between the lines here, and I don't want you to lose confidence over this, because this does not mean Goldman is out of the game. This could be your grade A FUD, just like Jamie Dimon, who came out. Now, if you guys recall this, Jamie Dimon came out and said, Bitcoin's a scam. You're going to lose your money, blah, blah, blah. Then 4 to 5 months later, what did he do? He backtracked. I shouldn't have said that. Blockchain is great. I think Bitcoin has some potential. Now, he didn't advocate for you to invest it, but he backtracked. So want you guys to make sure that you don't just, oh my God, Goldman's out of it, that means crypto's done. No, you got to look at what else is happening, because this is not an official statement from Goldman, and the statement they did make to address this is that we are still exploring it because our clients ask about it. So I just want to leave that there. Some other news which could be seen as some negative news. Bitcoin ETF applicants don't fit the mold for the SEC, crypto exec says. So this is a statement from, let's see here. Let me just make sure I give you guys the correct information. I believe it was Abra, the executive from Abra, the trading app, said that they expect the SEC to approve an ETF next year. Yeah, Abra's executive said it's going to probably happen next year. So that means, now this is just his opinion, but because it's so publicized, it could be seen as FUD or negative news because people are expecting something this year. I'm personally, just my opinion, expecting at least one ETF being approved this year. And like I said, we don't need it as a market. It's an emotional lift for the market and just for the big money in Wall Street and so forth. But I think these items here, particularly the Goldman Sachs news, is driving the market down. So if you guys were wondering what's going on, that's what's happening. But don't panic. Like I said, if you've been in this market even a year, you've seen the roller coaster. FUD, positive news. And we know there's some manipulation. So statements like this, which is not from the company, right? Just insiders told us. Some guy just randomly called up and said, Goldman Sachs is ending crypto, their crypto plans. Really? So I'll leave that there, but just think about this in the long run. If they are for sure putting this on the back burner, they'll be back. They'll be back. Now, some positive news at least. It was announced today TransferGo launched a real-time remittance transfer with Ripple. And this is positive news. It says TransferGo now is available for customers to make instant money transfers to India from anywhere in Europe. No news on if it's XRapid or XCurrent, but because of the different currencies, it has a high potential of being, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong with that, guys. So I have to double check on this because I'm not sure. It depends on the currencies, but most likely because there's a different currency, right? If you're transferring to India and so forth, you have to do the conversion. XRapid would make sense because XRP serves as the bridge currency, right? So I will have to research this a bit more and see what's going on here. We don't have any word, but we know some banks are going to use XRapid and some XCurrent. Some could possibly use both. Who knows? We also know that XRP can be leveraged in XVIA, XCurrent, and of course XRapid. We also know Ripple is working on that project where all of those will be integrated. So we have to wait and see. But like I always say, in full transparency, not every bank that works with Ripple will use XRapid. Only those who are transferring, for example, like in different currencies and so forth. So wanted to share that good news on the Ripple front. Also, today we had a TechCrunch disrupt where, excuse me, guys, where Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Michael Arrington, the founder of TechCrunch and Arrington XRP Capital, were interviewed. I'm going to put a link to the video in the description. This is on TechCrunch's YouTube channel. I highly recommend you guys take a look at this video because so many topics are addressed. Also, the interviewer, while he was kind of annoying, he gave some really hardball question to Brad. In the sense of if you had like a Bitcoin maximalist person sitting there asking Brad questions, talking about centralization, talking about security, talking about benefits and so forth, and Brad addressed all of it. So I highly recommend you guys look through it. It's like a 25-minute video, so I can't play it here, but I'm going to put the link in the description. Guys, check it out because Brad addresses a lot of the FUD. Once again, talks about Ripple's not XRP is not a security, what Ripple's plans are. He's bullish on Bitcoin. He's also talking about a centralization that Ripple right now controls only like a handful of nodes, and it's less than 50% of what they control, versus Bitcoin, 3 miners control 53% of the hash rate. So he talks about all of that and the growth of the crypto market and what's going on. So I highly recommend you guys check out this video. Now, some other positive news on the XRP front. Cryptofacil EX, the Uruguayan, I'll pronounce that correctly, exchange targeted to the Latin America markets, announced a partnership with Bittrex Exchange. Remember, we've been talking about Bittrex a lot, what they are doing, expanding, and also why this is super great news for Ripple, because Bittrex is an XRapid liquidity partner. And we see Bittrex expanding into Canada and partnerships and buying Rialto Trading. I shouldn't say buying, partnering with Rialto Trading. And they said here this morning, we'll list 200 plus cryptocurrency, announced it will be offering the following XRP pairs since the beginning: XRP, USD, Tether, BTC, and ETH. So do you see what's happening here? The global expansion and obviously this exchange powered by Bittrex and is servicing Latin America. So great news and sign. Now, some more positive news. Coinbase Pro announced they are announced their support for trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies using the British pounds. So more expansion to the and helpful for the UK customers. And notice that even with all the FUD, right, that's happening, FUD that is not official news, by the way, right, not coming directly from Goldman Sachs, there's still expansion happening. There's still companies going live, expanding, acquisitions, partnerships, right, adding new tokens and so forth. So don't miss that. Don't have tunnel vision. Some people will get caught up in this news and be like, oh my God, Goldman Sachs. No, what else is happening? Is everyone saying this? No. And like I said, this is not a well-cited source for this story, but I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I wouldn't put too much weight on it because it doesn't come officially from Goldman Sachs, especially when their competitor and a bunch of the New York Stock Exchange parent company and so forth is getting involved in crypto, NASDAQ and so forth. It's hard to believe that they are getting out of the game. I'm not to say they're not putting something maybe on the back burner, but I hope you guys get what my approach to this, right? I look at it from a business economic standpoint. Some other news, positive news, the owner of the Houston Rockets NBA basketball team, my cat is doing something weird in the back here, guys. So sorry about the background noise. He tweeted, exciting news, my PostOak motor cars. So he has a car dealership. And it's going to accept Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash for payments. And he obviously has some high-end cars, RollsRoyce, Bentley, and Bugatti. So some very expensive cars, high-end, obviously luxury cars. So, but you guys see the adoption that's happening here. More and more businesses and people are getting involved. So regardless of FUD, this is still happening, right? This guy's rich. He owns car dealerships. The owner of the the Houston Rockets NBA basketball team, the ones that went to the Western Conference Finals last year. But hey, I'm going to accept Bitcoin and Bitcoin. Well, he's going to have Bitcoin Cash. Maybe he'll accept some others. So don't miss what's happening. Look at everything holistically. Read between the lines. Put your thinking cap on. Think business, economics, not just crypto. Don't get caught up in a silo. And I know I already started seeing some comments. Oh, what's going to happen with when's the bull run? When's this? Look, I've said it before. None of us are Nostradamus, can predict the future, right? No one has a crystal ball. What we do here is make educated guess based on facts, based on progress in the crypto market. We can accurately predict, the next big bull run is going to be here. So the people who are saying that, don't even understand that no one can do that. If I knew when the next big bull run is coming, then that means I know what the next lottery numbers are going to be, the winning lottery numbers, or which the next stock is going to be going up, right? Yeah, then I wouldn't probably be doing YouTube videos, right? Not to say I wouldn't do YouTube videos if I made money off crypto, but the point is, if any of us could predict the future, we would be living a different life, right? So some of you guys, I understand you're worried or whatever it may be, but you got to think now. Don't get involved with your emotions. People are too invested with their emotions and they're on a roller coaster ride. When I see stuff like this, right, having been in the market so long, okay, it'll go back up because I've seen this before. I have data. I have a historical trend that I've seen this before. I now see the progression, the growth of the market, and the big money that's waiting to get in line. I see the expansion of exchanges. I see more coins being listed. I see adoption, right? I see crypto real world utilities starting. For example, with Ripple here, with TransferGo, going to be using Ripple's technology. So I hope you guys grasp this. Don't stop with the emotions. Use your head. Look at facts. Don't panic. Look back at the history of the market, and you will see what I'm talking about, guys. So, and like I said, there's no absolute certainty here. There's no guarantee, but we can get to maybe 90% certainty, but we can't get to 100% certainty. So we make educated guess, right? Same thing with the stock market. Every trader, they look at patterns, they look at charts, they look at the news, but can anyone predict that this is going to happen exactly? No. So please educate those of you who are now, educate yourself as much as possible on this. This is why I try to share this news with you guys. Because I'm sure people are going to start panicking, like, oh my gosh, I thought you said there was going to be a bull run. I thought this was going to happen. Yeah, but nobody could predict the future. But we, like I said, make educated guess. Don't invest with your emotions, okay? And you can always fact check me. You can always double check the things I'm saying to you. But that's why I share sources with you guys. I pull up the authoritative sources. Make sure they're not some random FUD site or blog, or they're actually from the places that that validate this news. And that's why when I shared this news with you guys, I said the sources suck for this, because they're like, oh, people who are familiar with the matter. What does that mean? Did you talk to Joe Schmo in the corner of the street, right? Did you talk about somebody who doesn't like Goldman Sachs and just put that out there? But I hope you guys understand my approach here. I like to take a factual, logical, reasonable approach. Avoid putting emotions into this. I'm not here for a religious following for any specific crypto. I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple XRP, Litecoin, Sia Coin, Proppy, and a whole bunch of other Stellar Lumens and so forth. I'm most bullish on Ripple XRP. I've been on the record, but I'm still looking to make money off other cryptos as well, and I plan to hold some Bitcoin long term for sure. So just so you guys understand my approach here, and I hope you continue to hold strong and don't panic. And like I always tell you guys, all the data, all the chart information is here. Click through on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and do all time. You can use Live Coin Watch or CoinMarketCap. Do all time, and you'll see where we've come from, guys. Right? If you were to chart this out, even with all the dips and corrections, we are still on a bull run. Now you have to think macro and micro level, right? Micro level, oh my God, the market just went down. Yes, but when you look at the data over time, if you were to chart this out, do a line graph or something of the lows for each year, upward trend, bull run, from a macro level. Now, at a micro level, meaning that, okay, this week, this month, this quarter, things are like, it's down, right? But you can't just be a prisoner of the moment. Don't have tunnel vision now. You got to look long term. And that's how the smart investors do it, guys. Don't invest with your emotions. Look at data. So analyze things, think about it, and look at the facts. So that's the news, guys. What do you guys think about this? Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And I'll talk to you guys later.